365 Days lives rent-free in my brain since the day it was released, and no, not for the reasons you might assume. I think about how Netflix would have evolved if this movie had never happened, and now that we have an extreme 365-day craze, what else can we expect from Netflix's future? I mean, after such a successful run with this 3-movie franchise, you will either look for your next 365 days, or will stick with the series you already know and release a 4th movie. It seems like there is a high chance that Netflix will pick the second route. If you somehow missed out on the 365 days craze, it is a Polish erotic romantic drama that became a global sensation when it was released on the platform in June 2020. The film is based on the first novel in a trilogy by Blanka Lipinska and tells a controversial love story that sparked a lot of discussion online. The story centers around Massimo Torricelli, a powerful and dangerous member of a Sicilian mafia family, and Laura Biel, a successful Polish business executive. After witnessing his father's murder, Massimo becomes obsessed with a vision he had of a woman on the beach who later turns out to be Laura. 5 years later, Massimo kidnaps Laura while she's on vacation in Sicily and gives her 365 days to fall in love with him. If she doesn't, he promises to let her go. Despite the circumstances, a passionate and tumultuous relationship develops between the two, filled with intense sexual encounters and dramatic confrontations. A lot of people love the series because it is basically an escapist fantasy of forbidden love and dangerous passion. The exotic locations, luxurious lifestyle, and the intense chemistry between the lead actors added to the allure. Plus, let's be honest, there is the Michel Morone factor. The film propelled Michel to international stardom, with many fans captivated by his portrayal of the brooding, charismatic, and dominant Massimo. Like, you can put this man in any movie, and you don't have to care about a single thing about the movie itself. Any bad scenario, ridiculous plot point, or acting disaster can be overlooked with the powerful presence of Michel. That's how impactful he is. Are you also captivated by Michel's charm? Can't wait to hear your thoughts about him. For some, 365 Days was a guilty pleasure. Its over-the-top plot, steamy scenes, and dramatic twists made it entertaining in a so bad it's good way. I'm also part of this group. I can see why people hate it, but I can't deny the allure of it. Why do people hate it though? Well, first of all, the film was heavily criticized for romanticizing kidnapping, Stockholm Syndrome, and abusive relationships. Plus, critics often pointed out the weak storyline, underdeveloped characters, and poor dialogue. The plot was seen as thin and implausible, with some describing the film as a string of sex scenes loosely held together by a weak narrative. The film also sparked discussions about the portrayal of relationships in media, with many condemning its message about love and power dynamics. Either way, it had a huge impact on the pop culture, and we cannot deny it. Did you like 365 Days, or do you think it was a disaster? Let me know in the comments. If you're hoping for another chapter in Laura and Massimo's love story, I'm not gonna lie, things aren't looking too promising. It's been almost 2 years since the next 365 Days dropped on Netflix in August 2022. Now, the movie series wrapped up for good, but we can't overlook the fact that the movies have taken some big departures from the books. So there's a chance the story could continue if Netflix decides to explore new plot lines on screen. The movie continues to be a hit for the platform, so there is a high chance that we will get a follow-up movie, or even a spin-off movie that will tell the story of one of the main characters. Plus, the ending of the 3rd movie sets up a lot for a potential sequel. So let's take a look at what happened in the very last scene of the 3rd movie. After Nacho promised Laura that he'd wait for her, she met up with Massimo on the beach. Despite knowing about her fling with Nacho, Massimo wasn't as furious as you'd expect. Instead, he was calm and opened up about how devastated he was that she couldn't talk to him about losing their baby. Laura reassured him that he'll make a great father one day, and as she looked into his eyes as Massimo asked, "Are you back, baby girl?" Iconic words, aren't they? But we never actually hear Laura's response. So if a 4th installment happens, it'll likely pick up right from this moment, with Laura having already made her choice between Massimo and Nacho, leading to more relationship drama. The 4th movie could also focus on Olga and Domenico's wedding, a storyline that didn't get much attention in the 3rd film. A wedding would be a great backdrop for all sorts of emotions and drama to unfold. So if there would be a fourth 365 Days movie, when can we expect it? Well, the second and third movies were filmed back to back, which is why they were released just a few months apart. However, given that there were 2 years between the first 365 Days movie and its sequel, 2025 seems like a more realistic timeline if we're going to get another installment. What about the cast? Are they on board for a new movie? If a fourth movie does come to life, it wouldn't be 365 Days without Anna Maria Siekluka and Michelle Moroni reprising their roles as Laura and Massimo. Simone Susina's Nacho has also become a key player in the series, so he'd likely return too, especially given his potential role in Laura's future. Magdalena Lamparska would probably be back as Laura's best friend Olga. And even though his part was smaller in the third movie, Otar Saralidze should return as Olga's fiancé and Massimo's right-hand man, Domenico. Are you on board for 365 Days 4? Let me know in the comments. If you want more content about 365 Days and other Netflix movies, make sure to like and follow.